Everything has brought her to this moment. She inches closer to the edge and summons the courage to leap. Because she knows the only way out is across when the floor is lava. Every big moment starts small.
It starts with a spark and becomes a guiding light. Teamwork, friendship, getting social. When the games are gone, the games go on. Orange Store. Fuel the spirit.
This is a place where imaginations can run wild. Maybe it's time to come set yours free.
Now you can shop smarter at Canadian Tire. With same-day pickup or same-day delivery, so you don't have to shelve projects for later. Shop smarter at Canadian Tire.
Well, welcome back, everyone, to our continuing coverage of beach volleyball from the Canada Summer Games here in beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. What a day it's been thus far. 3 games already in the books, and another dandy coming up this afternoon with 2 powerhouse provinces, Ontario and Alberta. Luke, we saw these 2 provinces do battle earlier on in men's action, and what a game it was. Certainly a lot of skill, speed, precision on display for that one. We can't expect anything different here.
No, absolutely not. Ontario taking that one in a 3rd set, and I would not be surprised at all, Robbie, if this one goes the distance as well into that 3rd set. Of course, the rules, obviously, just to run through them here, 21 points for the first 2 sets. If needed, we can play a 3rd set. That goes to 15 points. It is a 1st-to-2 system. Teams switch sides every 7 points. That is mainly because of the wind, a pretty heavy gust here, so good to switch back and forth for even play.
Yeah, you mentioned the wind. It's been a factor all day. You can see in the back the flags blowing all in the same direction, all going cross court. Seems like every matchup they've been picking up just a little bit, and even supposed to peak this afternoon, so we're going to keep an eye on that as the day goes on. If you're new to the sport, I can assure you, this is a fun one. You don't want to miss the action here. Combines so many factors that make great games: speed, agility, mental toughness, physical skill, physical strength, power. Certainly action-packed. We've seen some big comebacks. We've seen anything happen in a game. It's truly just been totally exciting here to take game in Newfoundland and Labrador. A little bit different than indoor traditional volleyball as well, as you just went through the rules there, Luke. We've got to talk about the vibe here at beach volleyball as well. If you're joining us in person, if you're not joining us in person, whether you're tuning in from coast to coast around the country, we hope you can feel the vibes that are going on here. We've got a live DJ, we've got an action-packed crowd dancing, really getting into it. Lots of giveaways, lots of noise. It truly represents what sports should be here in 2025.
Absolutely. We got the tunes absolutely blaring right now as we get set here. But this is a great sport. I've had an absolute blast today. This is really, really fun. First time doing beach volleyball for yourself as well, but it's been a great experience. A lot of close games and a lot of compete, a common theme here throughout the Canada Games. Both teams always competing here. A lot of close games, a lot of 3rd sets. Only 1 game so far has been a clean sweep in the 2nd set, and we will see here what this one has in store.
Well, it's going to be an exciting one. Ontario wearing number 1, Furiotoji, 18-year-old. Number 2, EJ Cutmore, 18-year-old, residing in Barrie, Ontario, in Alberta. Number 1, Sasha Paslowski, 19-year-old, living in Calgary, Alberta. Number 2, Ella Lazelle, 19 years old, also from Calgary. Here you take a look at the benches, getting some final words from the coaches. The big game. We talked about these young athletes, all the training, all the hours that goes in to preparing to get to this big event. Well, the event is finally here. These are the moments that you look forward to. It's just seconds away. You can see the determination there as we look into the Alberta bench. Trying to seize the moment.
Absolutely, this is a big game. We talked about it at our first game during the day with the men's, but these two teams in the top pool, they're both strong competitors. This is going to be a big game whenever it comes down to your record at the end of the week. Who wins this one could determine who gets the first place heading into semi-quarterfinals qualifying matchups.
Our wonderful volunteers get in the court as good as it possibly can so these athletes can showcase their skill on as perfect conditions as possible. Buckle up, it's going to be a good one. Alberta, Ontario, beach volleyball. It's all next.
Right. As this match continues over here at set 3, we're going to get going on the women's side. Direct your attention to our beach numéro 1. Referee number 1, Boston Javaret. Referee number 2, our beach numéro 2, Neil DeVoe. Hey, pour l'équipe Ontario. Number 1, and number 2, numéro 2, E.J. Cudmore. On the other side of the net, l'équipe Alberta, Team Alberta, number 1, numéro 1, Sasha Paslowski. And number 2, numéro 2, Ella Liesel.
There we go, teams introduced by our wonderful PA announcer. Getting set up. This should be a dandy. Battle of the Giants here in terms of provinces. Here we go. Opening whistle goes. Traditional handshake, pushing each other well.
Within 1 point.
Look for some certain athleticism here, Luke. A lot of speed from both these teams. In our scouting report, certainly long resumes for all 4 of these young athletes.
Absolutely, Robbie. I am beyond excited to get this matchup underway. This is one that we had circled that we're looking forward to. Now, to take it away for Team Alberta will be Sasha Paslowski.
Best of 3 sets. First to 21 to win the set. Buckle up, beach volleyball fans. We are here, Alberta with the serve. It's go time. We're on our way. Orije with a great return. Ontario looking to spike the ball, finding the mark, and they take an early lead.
Wasting no time there at all was Odaji as she goes right into things with a big spike right over the net, threads the needle between Paslowski and Lazelle, and it's an early 1-0 lead for Team O.
Return from Alberta. Approaching the net is Lazelle, puts it down, responding right back. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, great job there to avoid the block that was set there by Cudmore and just placed the ball perfectly in between her hands and down before the line.
They take a 1-point lead in this battle to 15.
There you go. 2-1 now. Expect a back and forth seesaw battle, one would think, Luke.
Absolutely, Robbie. These teams very even on paper. Obviously that can change once you get into the game, but only time will tell.
Lazelle
for Newfoundland and Labrador.
For Alberta. Odishe. Placement, Cudmore sets it up, trying to find a stand. They do in the back left corner, so here we go again. Deadlocked in 2.
And this is going to be a common theme here today. Don't expect too many big leads here early on in this matchup. Both teams just getting settled in here.
So Cudmore this time. Serve. From Alberta approaching the net, looking to find the corner. They do. 3-2 now.
Very strong there from Alberta. Great communication here early on from these two. You can hear it between Lazelle and Paslowski talking throughout, making it seamless here within their transitions.
Sasha Paslowski with the serve. Up Cudmore for Ontario returning. Rally setting up here. That's a big try at the net, keeping it alive. Great effort. Trying to finish it off. Was Lazelle, what a huge point. Alberta staying with it the whole time and paying off.
That was very impressive, the effort there. A couple dives on that one, but all in all, once again, goes back to the communication of these two teams.
3-2.
Big serve.
4-2, we should say.
Smart short serve from
4-3 now.
Team Newfoundland and Labrador will look to close it out. Possible set point or match point.
Looking at that, right? Don't worry about that.
Are we allowed to?
A little confusion here with the scoreboard as the athletes wanting to confirm with the officials.
Yeah, just wondering when to switch sides, when not to. I'm sure that Team Alberta like being on that side because now they have to deal with the win.
For the home squad, Newfoundland and Labrador.
4-3, the official score in favor of Alberta. OJ with the serve.
One of our best battles so far over the first
Great serve.
16 matches
Ontario
or so.
Cudmore trying to set
We'll
it up.
turn our attention.
Prodigy going to the net, not able to put it over.
Team Ontario.
Great effort,
going
just
up
not
against
quite
Team
high enough in
on the women's
Alberta.
side.
Now 5-3 lead early on in this first set.
Yeah, just too steep of an angle there with the hand, not enough room to get it over the net, and that one's gonna catch mesh and settle back down as we lean to Team Alberta for the serve in here.
Lazell. The serve. Trying to set it up for Alberta.
Been strong on the serves here so far.
Increase that lead, little reset.
Serving for Alberta, number 2, Ella Lazel.
It's just a slight delay here with the score clock, but quickly back underway here in a few moments, I'm sure. But a pretty even matchup here early on, Robbie.
Certainly even. Indeed, you can tell both these teams put in a lot of time,
Our men
training a
will
lot of
begin their
speed
warm-up.
earlier on, just seeing the precision from both these teams. This is going to be a battle today, Luke.
Matchup will feature
Oh, absolutely.
Team
As it
Manitoba
looks like we're all set to
going
go
up
again, so
against Team
Lazell
BC.
back to grab the ball, and looks like we're all set again here from Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador.
So Lazell with the serve. Cudmore, great job to keep that in the air. Cudmore approaching the net. That one finding the mark. Gonna be a point, Alberta, just a little long. So
Yeah,
Alberta,
but
5-4.
still, just a great opportunity there and just hit a little bit too long for Team Ontario.
That one in play. Adige sending it to the net for Cudmore. Cudmore trying to tip it over. Response from Alberta. That one fall just a little long, missing the mark.
And good IQ there too, really knowing their surroundings there as Odaji sees that one coming. She realizes that it's not going to land inside the boundaries, so she moves out of the way quickly, allows the ball to exit, and now it's time for Cudmore to serve.
5-5, all square. What over?
Oh, great serve from number 2.
That's a great serve.
Cudmore.
That is a fantastic serve there. That's exactly what we've seen here. A lot of people today aiming for that top white bar on the net. They like to get the bump over and then send the opposition team into scramble mode.
Great volley by Alberta. Trying to return it. Cudmore trying to get there. Good effort, not able to. Alberta.
For Team Alberta.
Yeah, really nice play there, and a great fake is Lazell with it. She fakes like she's going back to the middle, then she cuts one right down the line, and no chance there for Cudmore. But a good effort to get back over there in time.
Cudmore. Trying to find the mark. They will, and a big point from Ontario. We've seen each province lead this matchup thus far at least twice each. Certainly a sign of two teams going neck to neck here.
Yeah, that one just barely staying into, perfectly placed shot.
Ontario keeping it in the air. A great effort by Odige, won't get there in time. The athleticism on the court, that time by Odige, wearing number 1 for Ontario. Just about returning that from her knees.
Yeah, that was really close, Robbie. That was a great effort there, but just a little bit too slow. I mean, it was a perfectly placed shot. You can't do much better than what she did on that one.
So Lazell gonna serve for Alberta. That one in play. Good job from Ontario to keep it alive. Alberta trying to send it to the net. Looking for the spike, not able to. Adige keeps it in the game once again. Cudmore trying to follow. Alberta to set it up there, gonna just miss. That's gonna be Ontario's point, 8-7.
Yeah, that was just some good communication there. You could hear both teams communicating there, and that's how rallies really evolve into the next level. If there's no communication, it's hard to get a good rally going with your teammate. Where's the ball going, how you're going to set it, what you want to do with it. So communication key here to any successful volleyball team.
So E.J. Cudmore, 18 years old from Barrie, Ontario. The serve, putting that in play. Alberta trying to get to it. Great effort from Boslowski, but won't get there in time.
So go back,
Another
looking to do
point
it again.
for Ontario. They lead by 2. That might be the first 2-point lead we've seen since the opening serve. Foot over. Great rally on the go. From Alberta. Great effort from Ontario. Here's Audiger. Trying to keep that in the air. Alberta, great effort to keep it going. Match up at the net. Trying to get there is Alberta. That's going to stay in. It won't. So a 3-point lead in this opening set for Ontario.
Yeah, seeing some great rallies here, back and forth between these two groups. A couple of great efforts there to keep the ball up and in play, and then just a little bit too far off to the right, and that one's just going to trickle over the blue line.
So E.J. Cudmore, serve for Ontario. They now lead by 3 in this opening set. Off the net. Audiger puts it up. Cudmore trying to find a great block from Alberta, and a big point.
That was absolutely textbook as Paslowski, jumping up right at the last moment, blocked back right down onto the sand in Team Ontario's half.
Well, both these teams certainly got the nerves out. Really dialing in. Play continues. Cudmore up for Audiger, putting that down. Great return by Paslowski. Sending it over the net once again, hitting and falling. And Alberta with 2 unanswered right back.
Yeah, they've been coming very fast here on the regroup. As soon as that's over, they get reset and they know what to do. They know how to control the ball, and they know exactly what play they're ready to mark up.
That one in play. Audiger at the net. Great effort by Paslowski to try and get there. One fraction at the net. Ontario going to take the single. 11-9. Certainly a competitive matchup here, to say the least. Both these teams showing a little bit of everything. Speed, power, precision. These two powerhouse provinces we mentioned, but the serve going back for Ontario. That wind becoming a factor.
And there you go, Robbie. That's exactly it. Audiger just tried to walk one along the line, but the wind's blowing that way anyway, so hard to work it out, and it ends up trickling just out of bounds. But a very, very strong opening half to this set. 11-10, back and forth action, exactly what we said. These two teams are making us seem like experts here, which is nice because we're far from it, but trying our best. But these two teams back and forth the whole way, 11-10 in favor of Ontario.
11-10, a reminder, every 7 points, switch sides that serve. Make sure each player gets as close as possible to the amount of times to be facing the sun and wind direction. Trying to keep the playing conditions as equal as possible in beach volleyball. There's a good check-in on the Alberta bench, getting a good regroup session with the coach, trying to stay dialed in.
You're not quite sure how you want to spend the rest of your day.
Exactly, right. Still anybody's game here, Robbie. Loads of time left to go here. 11-10 the score. It's a toss-up right now.
Another 9-10 hour day.
It really is.
With 18 matches to be played. By the end of tomorrow, all preliminary round games will be
You
completed.
see a nice shot of the court. Great facilities here at Paradise Park, just outside the provincial capital of Newfoundland and Labrador, that is St. John's. A warm day, but a nice breeze. Keeping an eye on that wind. That's sent over. Audiger with a nice return. Alberta doing a great job of keeping it in the air. Sent over. Great athleticism by Audiger. It down at the net, not able to put it over. That's going to be an Alberta point. Deadlocked at 11, midway through this first set.
Yeah, just a slight miss hit there, missed the hand and ended up hitting Audiger on the wrist and not able to get that one up and over the net. And we are all square at 11.
Alberta with the serve. Ella Lazel. One not hitting the mark. 12-11 now. Hasn't been too much of a point difference between these two teams at any point in this matchup.
DJ Cudmore.
No, that's right, but Alberta getting both points there. Now it looks like Ontario with their first of the first quarter since that timeout.
That one, nice effort by Audiger to get it. Cudmore with a great effort as well, not able to send it back. One under the net.
That was a great effort. Cat-like reflexes there, Robbie.
12-12. That one set up for Cudmore. Audiger. At the net. Once again, great job by Alberta. Attack that net. 13-12 now in favor of Alberta.
Back and forth, Robbie.
Indeed.
That's the story of this one.
Slawski. Serve. Great move by Audiger. Finding inside court, keeping it in play and a big point. 13 all.
Really, really, really nice. Changing the angle of her hand at the last second, pushing it off to the left, just dropping in time. Fantastic job there to get that one up and over.
This scoreboard, almost like a game of table tennis, back and forth, back and forth. That serve not being able to hit the mark. And in comes Alberta for the serve. 14-13, they lead this opening set. A reminder, magic number is 21. That's 2 sets out of 3 with the final set, if necessary, 1-15.
Team Alberta doing a great job on the serving here in this one, Robbie. We talked about it throughout the whole day, serving so important here.
Is it ever?
Team to be forced to adjust to this.
We're going to take a look at some of the action we've experienced so far. We'll do that in a moment as Alberta with the serve. Very nice return. Audiger at the net and a nice block by Alberta. Sasha Poslowski in the right spot. Good read on that. Able to get the hands up in time. Send it right back for a point.
Very solid stuff there, and that will cause a timeout to be called. So Team Alberta getting a lead now, up by 3. Robbie, that could be the largest lead that we've seen here yet in this game.
It could be. It's been that great of a matchup, that evenly matched, these two teams. With that said, let's take a look at some of the highlights we've witnessed so far in this battle.
Both teams back and forth action, and that's what our highlights are. There's Ontario with a great job, teamwork working together. Now Alberta with the set, and then there comes the big return, diving, back-to-back dives, able to get it up, and that one landing just inside of the line. Fantastic stuff. This is exactly what we expected here with beach volleyball. This is textbook, just a classic all in all, and a great way to kick off this day of beach volleyball, the first day for beach volleyball here at the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Certainly a very exciting sport to take in. Fans here from around the St. John's area really coming out to support it and having a great time. The atmosphere, unlike a lot of sports we've ever seen before, the live atmosphere is certainly high energy. Fans having a great time, live DJ on site. Here we go, Alberta with the serve. Putting that up, Audiger doing a great job of getting under it. Cudmore. Audiger at the net, finding the mark, and a great spike. Ontario.
That is exactly what she brings to the table. That was fantastic. That is a pro-level move right there from Audiger.
16-14. Alberta with the lead here in this opening set. Great serve. Ontario. Alberta doing a good job Blocking at that net, they're gonna get it over and take the point. 17-14, that magic number 21 in hands reach for Alberta, just 4 off. As the mountain continues to be climbed for both teams here. Ontario only 7 back as well.
Oh, great diving effort.
Alberta doing a great job at the net, trying to spike that, and a great block from Cudmore.
Great job to keep that up as well, Robbie.
And Cudmore heading back, keeping that in the air. Great effort by Cudmore once again, and what a rally, and 3 great efforts by Cudmore, 2 great blocks in between those. Her ability to get back, read the play before it was coming, she got herself into position, kept it in the air. Great mental toughness along with physical skill, speed, and power. Very, very impressive from these young athletes. 17-15. This has been the set of the day, I think, Luke.
Oh, absolutely, Robbie, but you said it. Fantastic effort there by Cudmore. That was her rally right there. She owned it, and she won it for Team Ontario. Not to take away from Odige and that big dive that we saw early on in that set to keep it alive right from the get-go.
17-16. Tight game here in this one as the whistle goes.
3 points in a row there for Team Ontario, and Team Alberta going to call their timeout. A wise move there as they get set here for what is bound to be a great final. 4 or 5 points here.
We're going to take another look at that big rally we talked about.
It was back and forth, Robbie, the whole time. Let's take a look at it here. There's the first dive, then Cudmore comes in, able to get that one over somehow, goes up for the spike, it's blocked, and look at that save right there. Fantastic stuff. The set again, the spike comes down, and again, Team Ontario rallying, looking for the spike, but just keeping it going is Team Alberta, and then another block from Cudmore. Fantastic effort there by both girls on Team Ontario to get the very valuable point there off of that set.
Outstanding athleticism from this young athlete that's been on display all day throughout the matchups here in beach volleyball. Both teams making their way back out onto the court. Ontario in red, Alberta white and blue. Their crowd coming alive on the sidelines. Ontario bringing some drums and other percussion instruments, showing their support, really creating an atmosphere here at Paradise Park.
A little bit of a delay here talking with the head official before we get underway here, but the crowds today have been fantastic too, filing in towards the far side of the court. Great setup here in Paradise, Newfoundland.
So Odige with the serve for Ontario.
Another great finish from number 1.
Alberta heading to the net, trying to keep that in play. That one's gonna make its mark a big point for Alberta. Puts them at 18, leading this early set by 2.
And a big 2 points, only 3 more to get that big first set win. And to serve it off here for Alberta is Ella Lazel.
Odige, great athleticism to get there. Looks like there's gonna be a
infraction there. It's gonna be an Alberta point.
From Team Manitoba.
Ontario wondering why. They're going to get an explanation here.
Let them talk. Let them talk.
Saying that they hit it from under the net, perhaps, or.
Big shout out to Alberta coach. You could hear him saying, just let them talk, let them talk. He's really done a great job of keeping his 2 athletes focused. There's a little bit of a mix up with the scoreboard earlier, and they were starting to chat about that. He dialed them in once again, so big focus on the mental game from Alberta. It's certainly paying off in their performance today. Odige not able to put that over, so Alberta within 1 here. Taking this first set.
From number 2, Noel Miller-Snitz. BC up early.
Chance to win it here.
That one. Sidelines up and over. Great job, Alberta, keeping it in play. That one's going to be on the net. A big point for Ontario, 2017. Talk about a back and forth battle. We're seeing it here so far between these two teams. Really matching up well.
And a great effort by both Cudmore and Audiger to get that one over. Now a chance to rally here. Only 4 points back, Robbie.
2017 Ontario. Can't afford to give up another one. That's gonna miss wide. So the first set officially in the books. Alberta taking it 21-17 in an extremely competitive affair. Both teams really dialed in, showing that they came to play as they're gonna head back to their respective benches. There you see Ontario having a little chat with their coaches. Alberta really setting the tone here. We're going to have second set action on the other side of the break. It's beach volleyball, the Canada Games.
What is it about a place that stays with you long after you leave? Truth is, it's never what at all.
The United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners Local 579 is proud to welcome the Canada Games to our home this summer. UBC Local 579, building great things in Newfoundland and Labrador.
So many iconic sights. You might want to get used to saying wow.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage of beach volleyball here from the Canada Summer Games 2025 edition, live in beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Just outside the city, Paradise Park in beautiful Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador. What a matchup this has been. Alberta taking the first set, but by a narrow margin, Luke. We've seen it back and forth.
A fantastic venue and a fantastic matchup here. Ontario and Alberta. Alberta narrowly getting that first set. Gotta think, Robbie, Ontario's gonna come back just firing here in this second set.
That's a great point. Alberta with the serve.
Great swing from #1 Manitoba, Everett Smith.
That one put up.
Levi
Audiger getting there. Cudmore at the net trying to put it over. Great teamwork from Alberta as Lazel putting it in the right spot. And that's a big point for Alberta. Talk about momentum. That first point in the set has been very, very key in all the matches we've seen thus far today. We'll see if that reigns true in this second set.
Absolutely, Robbie. Every single time that we've been here, the first point, they usually control momentum. Now it's up to Ontario to break that trend and get it back just like that. How about EJ Cudmore with the spike?
Great athleticism, great strength, got some great height. Picked her spot, no mistake. It's a 1-1.
Great job to keep that ball alive there.
Not able to miss or hit the mark. That one just wide as Ontario takes their first lead early on in the second set.
Well, Alberta was behind there right from the serve because that was an absolutely spectacular serve there by Audiger.
Play, Audiger. Precision, keeping that in. Gotta wonder, the wind had an effect on that. Now Ontario serving from this side. We've seen a lot more balls go long coming towards us. In the air once again, Alberta at the net. Great block by Cudmore, and it's 4-1 Ontario.
Wow, Ontario coming out swinging just like we thought here, Robbie, and an early timeout call for Team Alberta. Ontario off to a great start here, up by 3. We didn't have a lead by 3 until over halfway through our first set. Now Ontario already taking charge here.
Well, sometimes you give up that first set, makes you dial in a little quicker, get focused. Great athleticism from all 4 of these young athletes here in this matchup thus far.
This is a spectacular matchup. This is great. This is the best matchup that we've had today. Neck and neck the whole way through. Right now, Ontario starting to pull away. We'll see if Alberta can stop the attack from Cudmore and Audige.
Very evenly matched teams.
Levi Unger serving.
Cudmore and Audige from Ontario making their way back out. Waslowski and Lazel for Alberta. On the other side.
Fans from Ontario and Alberta both cheering on their squads.
And that one into the net. Not the vision for Audige.
Great
So a big point for Alberta to cut the lead in half to 4-2 in the second set.
Now Alberta has to take this, use it to their advantage, and try to get back to a tie game here.
Not able to get there in time is Cudmore.
Fantastic serve though, Robbie, by Lazel. That is exactly where you want it to be as we swap sides here. So now it's going to be Ontario that has to power the ball through the gust of the wind and get it across the net to Alberta.
So Lazel with the serve again for Alberta. Switching sides, we'll see if that'll be a factor. Great serve once again. At the net, great precision from Cudmore. In her spot with power.
No doubt about that one, Robbie. She picked her spot, made no mistake there. Nobody from Alberta had a chance to get that one.
So 5-3. That one into the net once again. That's 2 unforced.
Going to make it another 1-point game here.
Or serving 5. Alberta with the serve. Audige. Return getting to the net. Not able to get there in time. And tie game here in the set. All square at 5.
Well, safe to say, Robbie, a pretty good timeout call.
That one in the air once again. Ontario crashing the net. Great effort to get there from Waslowski. Not in time.
Really strong there. Trying to dive to keep it in, that's all you could do. Just couldn't get there in time.
Ontario with the serve, leading 6-5 early on here in the second set. Trailing the matchup 1-0 in favor of Alberta in sets. Cudmore trying to set up Audige. Quite get there. So all square at 6.
Yeah, just mistimed the jump there, Robbie. That's all that was. But nothing to shake off and go at again here as we're all square at 6.
That one put up by Alberta, gonna be long. So 7-6. We've seen a majority of the misses on the serves coming from this end, heading away from us. I wonder if that wind is playing a factor. That one put in play, a great serve by Cudmore. Great job by Alberta. Keep it in the air, great effort. 7-7, once again. Certainly 2 powerhouse teams.
Once again, Robbie, tied again. After both sides getting 7 points, time to switch. Now Alberta gets to deal with the gust back at them.
Flags in the background, certainly moving a little quicker. The wind seems to be picking up. Skill by Cudmore, Audige. Here's Alberta. It over, keeping that in the air. Good rally shaping up here at the net. Cudmore trying to put it down. Great effort by Alberta and Lazel to keep it over. They put it back in the Ontario side. Now get the point, and what a great effort from this combination from Alberta to seal the deal and pick up that point. Back and forth, one of our better rallies in this extraordinary matchup between these 2 powerhouse teams.
Lazel and Waslowski working together. Fantastic job from the 2 of them to keep that ball up and to get it over the net in time.
9-7, it's the first 2-point lead we've seen in a while here in the second set.
A I believe the last time we saw one was 3-1.
Taylor Smith picks that corner.
All in play. Cudmore getting at the net. Great effort by Alberta to keep it together once again, sending that back over as they'll reset. And here's Audigy at the net, trying to spike that, and a lot of power and good effort from Baslowski to try and get there in time, but just too much speed from Afuri Audigy, 18-year-old from Ontario.
Yeah, that's just a really good play. There's nothing else you can say. That's exactly what you want to see every single time that situation pops up.
There you see that going long again. We've seen that quite a number of times from that side.
Here we go, buddy.
I'm no meteorologist, Luke, but it does seem like since this matchup has started, that wind has picked up enormously.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, you can see it in the flags, Robbie. They're just gusting behind us right now.
Great point from Ontario. Themselves within one, 10-9.
Here's Dick Reese with the finish.
Yeah, Ontario looking to even this one up again. 10-9 is the score for Alberta. Ontario on the serve. It's going to be Cudmore. It's going to be a chance to tie this one up.
That one put up.
Well, what an effort.
An effort indeed. Ontario trying to get there. Not able to put it back in the other direction. And a big point once again for Alberta. 11-9.
That was absolutely sensational. That is exactly what you want to see. A full-out dive to keep that one up. And then Alberta able to get it over. Ontario can't match.
Talk about two teams going toe-to-toe. We're certainly witnessing it live here in Paradise Park this afternoon.
All right, we hear it over there.
One more. Sets it for Audigy. Great effort by Alberta to keep that in the air. Nice return, not able to get there in time as Cudmore, but a great effort from both these teams. So 12-9, a 3-point lead.
The energy from the stands.
Trying to get to that number 21.
Absolutely. Now our Volunteers coming on to fix up our court once again here. As Alberta been working really well here as of late. The communication, we've talked about it so much. Let's take a look here what they've done in this second set. Ontario getting it over, and Alberta just trying to drive it back in again. As you can see, a good set there. Lazelle jumps up, gets that one to go as well. But the diving efforts, there's one, there's two. Gets it over in time with the third. And then Ontario trying to come back, but Lazelle jumps up right in front and is able to knock that one down. Robbie, these two have worked so well. There's the big dive that we were talking about. And then Ontario trying to match, but they couldn't get it over in time. The two girls here on Alberta, Ella Lazelle and Sasha Paslowski, have been working so well together.
Great look at this matchup from our good friends at Cujo Entertainment, bringing you the action. Great shots by the whole technical crew. Big thank you to them for their effort here today to bring our fans from coast to coast the most in-depth action possible. Trying to bring you as close to the action as we can, as we are on the furthest eastern point in the nation, St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Nice swing from
Play continues 12-9 in favor of Alberta. They have the serve. You want to put that in play. Great return from Ontario, and Cudmore picks her spot. Good effort from Sasha Paslowski to get there. Just not able to find the sweet spot and put it back over. And it's an Ontario point, 12-10. They find themselves in double digits. And put up. Audigy. Teamwork. Fourth Alberta at the net, and a great touch by Alberta just to set that down. Paslowski, non-opening, made the most of it. Another big another point. 13-10, another 3-point lead here in the second set.
Yeah, that's just a great heads-up play. Fake the spike and then just dish one nice and low to the right, and that was no mistake there. And a valuable point for Alberta as they try to grow their lead here.
One more.
Here's the grief off the block.
Great effort from Alberta. Odyssey not able to get there. You got to wonder if the wind a factor in that one is going high in the air.
Could have been, Robbie. We've seen more gust pointing towards Team Ontario right now than we have in our previous games, so something to watch with the wind for sure.
Here we go. Alberta with the serve. Getting that one up. Cudmore with a great little touch. It's her spot and finds it. 14-11 now. Alberta.
Alberta still strong here. Trying to close this one out in 2 sets would be very, very impressive if they hang on here.
That one missing long.
So Alberta playing strong here. They've been really, really good.
Alberta, nice serve, putting that in play, and a great block at the net. That one another point. Alberta went ahead by 5. It's certainly the biggest lead we've seen in the second set. Great action thus far between these two powerhouse squads.
Well, I'll tell you what here, Robbie. Both of these teams so even, back and forth battle the whole time. And this is the biggest lead that we have had in this second set. Let's take a look here at some previous action that we have seen. Just some great beach volleyball back and forth. Here's Ontario working together, trying to get this one up. The big spike down, and a great job there by Odaje. Ontario, they've been strong. It's not all Alberta. They're winning it right now, but Ontario still very much in this beach volleyball matchup here as they're fighting to push this one into a third set. As Odaje again now in with the big spike. She sets it perfectly for Cudmore, and that's teamwork right there.
Teamwork indeed, great communication with all these athletes. Especially, you got to talk about teams. What makes this unique, it's a team of just 2. So communication, extremely, extremely important. And a great serve by Poslowski. Now Cudmore trying to put that, a great effort by Lazel. Keep it going, that at the net, and a great set by Cudmore.
Very strong there from Team Ontario. That's teamwork right there. Cudmore with a nice cross-body shot, able to get that one to ride just above the net and hard right for her. And that is a perfect shot for EJ Cudmore.
You're certainly right about that, Luke. So a big point now. Every point now for both teams, an extremely important one. Alberta just 5 away from sealing up this matchup. Ontario only 9, and Cudmore not able to get that back, but a great effort at the net in Alberta. 17-12.
Alberta in striking distance here, Robbie. 4 points to go, and they have an opportunity to close out this second set and sweep Ontario.
Here we go. Not able to hit the mark, a little low, 17-13. See if Ontario can make something happen here, get on a little run. Extremely competitive matchup between these two great provinces. That put in play. Great set from Alberta, finding the other side. That one at the net, great block by Cudmore in Ontario. Odaje keeps it in the air. Odaje at the net.
Going to be an Alberta point as a net violation there on Ontario, I do believe. So Alberta moving closer and closer to their goal of 21.
Just 3 points away is Alberta, trying to keep the pressure on. Nice serve from Blusowski. Set up by Cudmore, great set by Lazel. And athleticism to get right back at it as she puts it back over. Cudmore, great set. Great shot precision to find the back of the court. Not able to get there. Was Lazel for Alberta. And a big, big point for Ontario at this moment. 18-14, the score.
Well, you said it, Robbie, precision. That is exactly what that shot was. Picked her spot, nailed right into the heart of where she wanted that.
Not able to get there.
Good block there by Cudmore as well. Jumping up, just creating a wall, nowhere for that ball to go.
Every point a big one for both these teams. That one hits the mark. A great serve by Odyssey, 18-16. So Alberta closing that gap. Both teams getting closer. That number 21.
Absolutely. Only a 2-point lead now. What was once a 5-point lead. Ontario has shaved it down to 2.
Odyssey puts it up. Alberta, great job. It's settled fine in the mark, back corner. That one stays in.
Very nice, able to ride the line there. And exactly why, because it was low. The wind couldn't get to it, and that is exactly where that shot was going to be placed. And that is exactly where it ended up. So now 2 points away is Alberta from taking this matchup.
For a big serve, here's Lazel. Ella Lazel. What's that in play? Ontario trying to find a spot. Odyssey does. Great power. Cross court, finds the back corner, and a huge point once again for Ontario.
That was perfect. Really just leaned into that one, just blew it right by Alberta's Paslowski.
Here we go again. 19-18 now. Wait a good fight in this Ontario team. Cut the lead. That long ago it was at 6, now just 1.
Coming down to the wire here.
Alberta setting it up. Net trying to push it over. Great effort by Cudmore, and a big point from Alberta. They're at match point now. With the serve. The serves have certainly been on point thus far this afternoon.
Here's Paslowski to win it.
That one in play. Odyssey trying to keep their hopes alive, and she does. What a play by Ontario. At the net now. Paslowski not able to find it. 2019 now, coming down to the wire.
That all happens because of Odyssey. What a fantastic job there. Dives, goes full out, trying to save this game, and for the time being, she has. Now she has the ball in her hands, trying to tie it up.
Not sure what the ticket prices are, but it's worth it to get in here for this one, as Alberta trying to seal the deal. That one is long. So here we go.
Come on, buddy, let's go.
Great finish from TBC. Miller Smith.
So we're going to 22.
Or more. 2 points to win.
At least 22. At the net, great spike by Lazel, and they're within 1.
And now here is the opportunity to win it. 21-20.
The first time all day we've seen this situation, Luke.
Well, what did we say, Robbie? Back and forth battle. Did we think it was going to be this close? I don't know about that one. Extra points. Here we go.
Cudmore setting it up for Odyssey. Trying to spike it. Great speed by Alberta. At the net, looking to seal the deal. They won't do it, and Cudmore with a great touch. Back to deuce.
21 all. Here as we switch sides again. These 4 girls giving it their all here. This has been an electric game of beach volleyball and a treat to watch here as we get set. Win by 2, Ontario. Ball in hand.
Served by Cudmore. Alberta setting it up, trying to get to the net. That one, great effort by Odyssey. Keep it in the air, she does. Once again. Ontario, look for the spike. Great block by Alberta, ball still alive. Cudmore keeps it going. Here's Lazel. Trying to get there. This is a rally. These teams going toe-to-toe, Alberta. Can't finish it off there. That stay in, it won't. It's wide. So for the first time, Ontario with a chance to seal the deal and complete the comeback. This is what sports fans from all over dream of. What a matchup.
And what a rally that was. Back and forth action the whole time. A bunch of diving plays from both sides and Ontario will prevail with an opportunity to win it. Here is E.J. Cudmore.
Great volley from Alberta. Trying to get up, trying to find the sand. They won't on that. Cudmore setting it up for Audigy. Great touch. Alberta up in a hurry at the net, trying to find the dirt. That one won't make it over, and Alberta keeping this one going. Let's go to 24, they say.
It's the game that won't end right now, Robbie.
Certainly is, and not a fan. Not being entertained here at Paradise Park this afternoon, 22-22.
These four girls absolutely giving it their all here.
Cudmore at the net. One in play, Alberta. A nice return, Audigy able to keep it up. Cudmore can't get there. So a chance to win it once again for Alberta. Mental toughness on display here from both these teams, not backing down.
Team Ontario going all out here.
You don't have to add, just come right away.
As we step away there, so you can hear the conversation between Audigy and one of our officials here. They're all ready to go.
Audigy just cleaning the glasses. Big point here for both teams, do or die. Ontario able to keep that on the other side. Cudmore, great network. Getting there is Poslowski, can't get there in time, and Ontario ties it up once again. Let's go to 25, they say.
This is insane, Robbie. These two teams, no quit in either side here.
Absolutely not. I wonder, the sun beaming down. A little fatigue set in, certainly hasn't as of yet. Audigy puts that in play for Ontario. Alberta getting set up. At the net, great return from Ontario. That one, gonna miss the mark, so once again, Alberta with a big chance.
Grabbing the ball for the serve will be Ella Lazelle. See what she can do. She's been strong serving it today.
That one missing the mark, back to all square. Deuce, as they say.
E.J. Cudmore to serve.
Now it's E.J. Cudmore with it again in her hands.
Cudmore with the serve. Work from Alberta. Put that in play, they will. A great touch from Ella Lazelle.
Very nice. We've seen that a few times now, Robbie, where going for Alberta, Lazelle will grab it, she'll fake the spike, and then just a nice light touch of the hand, pushing it off to one side or the other. And she's gotten a bunch of points for Team Alberta by doing that.
So here we go. At the net, Audigy. Alberta and Lazelle trying to find the spot. She does! Seals the deal, and what a huge point! Alberta coming out of this battle. These two provincial giants going toe-to-toe. Alberta and Ontario, these four athletes. Alberta will go down in the history books as the winner, but certainly both teams with a performance they can be proud of. Nothing to hang their heads about the effort there today, Luke.
No, definitely not. What an absolutely electric matchup, Robbie. This is as close as it could possibly be. Let's take a look at how we got here. Starts off Ontario, some great teamwork with the big spike in, but Alberta doing a fantastic job of returning the spikes all day today, but it was E.J. Cudmore who jumps up and blocks that one down. Look at the teamwork. Again, it's going to be Cudmore getting in the way of that one. And now again, it's Alberta setting things up, the big spike. Audigy with it, setting it again for Cudmore. Just back and forth all day. It could not have been a closer matchup than what we just saw.
We knew it was gonna be an absolute dandy, and we weren't let down, neither were the fans. Many standing up when the game started, many still standing when the game ended. Great energy, and what a performance from both these teams? Well, Luke, we knew going into it, it was going to be a classic. These teams certainly delivered in entertainment value, and that's been the story all day here at the beach volleyball. More great action coming up. You don't want to miss anything. For Luke Much, I'm Robbie Doherty, live from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Our coverage continues of the Canada Summer Games. We'll be back in a bit.
Levi Unker. Great finish, Team Manitoba. BC answers. Possible match point. And that's it. That block of the net from Piers DeGrief gives BC the win. Great fight, Manitoba.